Hello everyone, and welcome back to Paul's Wine Reviews. In case you forgot, let me go over how this wine review is going to work. So for each episode, I'm going to open a bottle of wine, give it a sniff, and see if there's anything that I can smell and share it with you. Next, we're going to pour it into a glass, and I'll share with you anything specific that I see or just any other general notes that I have about the color, the feet, etc. And lastly, of course, we're going to sip the wine. And from there, I'll tell you any tasting notes I have or how the flavors change over time or basically just anything else that I notice about the flavor of the wine. So with that, let's get started on today's episode. So today I have a Pinot Noir from California. This one is a 2021 vintage. This particular Pinot I got from a wine subscription that I have called nakedwines.com. And if you're interested in buying it, the angel price is what they call it, is $10.99. It says it retails for $19.99 on the website. But that being said, I've done a little bit of research and I've found that you can pretty much get it for around $11 or $12 at most places. The most you'll ever pay for it is probably like $20, but that's kind of an inflated price. But going on to the winemaker, so D.H. Eliott is the man behind this wine. According to nakedwines.com, he is, quote, a seasoned winemaker who spent over 40 years traveling and making wine. So this particular Pinot pays homage to that traveling spirit. Flying to and from, California to south of the equator to do multiple harvests every year. He spent over 40 years doing it, so that's pretty rad. Another thing, looking online, if you're interested in where the grapes came from, so these particular grapes are from Sonoma County, California. If you don't know where that is, it is just north of San Francisco. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open this bad boy up. Did a little bit of prep. Take the foil off there. And then just going to use a wine key. Find that to be pretty easy. There we are. And love to hear it. Alrighty, so we just opened this bad boy up and on to some of the smelling notes. So initial just out of the bottle. Oh, that smells really good. It is very fruity forward. Yeah, I mean, this is going to sound kind of silly seeing as how it's made from grapes, but it smells like grapes in a good way. But like deep, sort of like a deep grape. With a little bit of, I want to say maybe cherry, maybe a little blackberry in there, but I'm not a sommelier. I just tell you what I can sort of suss out. So that's just the bottle just by itself. So maybe we take a pour here. God, I love that sound. And let's see what it smells like. Inside the glass. Oh, inside the glass, it's much different. It's I thought it was going to be like a deeper sort of wine. Like, I don't know, when you just smell it out of the bottle, it smells like a little darker, if that makes sense. But once you get it in the glass, it really lightens up. And yeah, no, it just smells fantastic. So moving on to some of the color notes here, it looks really, really light. Very light, in fact. You can see straight through it, which is good, especially if you're, making a YouTube video, day drinking in the middle of the day. That really helps. Honestly, you know what it looks like? It kind of looks a bit like grape juice. I'm not gonna lie. And so believe it or not, so don't let that fool you. The alcohol percentage in this is still 14.1% alcohol by volume. And that's reflected for sure in the feet and the lines. I don't know if you can tell there on camera or not. But yeah, it's got these really big fat lines going down the side of the glass. And but you can't smell it, so that's good. I should have mentioned that in the smelling portion, but that's neither here nor there. So that's all I have for the looks of this wine. I think it looks great. To be perfectly honest with you, it looks nice and light. Looks like a fun drink. Looks like I'm going to enjoy this. I guess there's only one more thing to do. Alrighty, so here we are at the main event. Let's go ahead and give this guy a little sip. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is very good. This tastes exactly just like a Pinot Noir, which is, and it's a good one. It's a good thing. So this has some good body to it, I want to say. It's got good flavors on the front as soon as it hits your tongue. It's pretty silky on the way down. And now that it's been a little bit of a minute, you can definitely taste the alcohol in this. It's, 14.1%. So you can, you know what it does? It's sort of, it does dry out the back of your tongue just a little bit at the very end. So, and I think that's kind of on purpose, to be honest with you, similar to the last wine that I reviewed. It sort of dries out your tongue just a little bit, and because it's very refreshing and like bold and fun and easy drinking on the front and in the middle, you want to take another sip, and then it just encourages you to, finish your glass of wine pretty quickly. And it's pretty good at that. It's quite effective. And then as far as flavor goes, it does have pretty heavy on the grape. I will say, it smelled like cherry. I don't think it has that much cherry flavor in it. To me, this just tastes like a solid bet Pinot Noir, heavy on the grape, and pretty light on flavor. That's not really the right word, but it tastes it tastes really good, is what I mean to say. So honestly, I think if you buy this, you're gonna have a fun time. So in conclusion, I definitely recommend this wine. It's crisp, it's clean, and for all intensive purposes, it's a solid middle-of-the-road Pinot Noir. I really don't have much bad to say about it, except maybe it's a little heavy on the alcohol, but even then I can really forgive it. It's not that terrible. I think this would pair very well with maybe like a light chicken salad and some good company. But definitely if you brought this over to like a friend's house for a dinner party or a brunch or something along those things, no one would be upset in any way, shape, or form. I have a sneaking suspicion a lot of people are going to like this. So with that, we'll wrap up this episode. Until next time, cheers.